Really excited to see Savagram return to the races on Saturday when he takes his place in the up-and-coming stakes. It really was an impressive performance on debut at Canterbury. He couldn't have started his career in any better fashion. He should appreciate the step up in trip. He's only going to keep improving as he gets over further in his career, but he certainly looks to have plenty of class and quality about him. He will be taking on his stablemate Plagiarism, who resumed first up with what I thought was a very honest performance. It was over the 1,300 metres, so he carried big weight penalty on that occasion and only just peaked on his run in the closing stages. So I think he's open to some significant improvement just in terms of his fitness off the back of that. Remaining at the 1,300 metres, I think at this point's a nice positive for him. But I think he looks to have trained on really well and looks to be in terrific shape going into this run second up. Savvy Diamond is the third runner for the stable. She's also coming through that same form line as Plagiarism. She had the lightweight on that occasion, got back and thought she closed off her race well. Her debut performance at Goulburn was certainly full of merit. She led on that occasion and just continued to find nicely under pressure. She is a filly that's going to be better suited once she gets out over further, but I do think there's plenty of class about her. She had a bit of a tricky draw on Saturday, will be the only thing against her, but she continues to improve nicely with racing. Revengeance is first up this campaign off a long layoff, so he's open to some further improvement deeper into the preparation, but he's a colt that looks to have plenty of talent, as we've seen just from the limited occasions that we've seen him at the races. He was excellent on debut in the Breeders' Plate, and he followed that up with a really strong performance and impressive victory in the Golden Gift at 2. He's resumed with 3 nice trials. He looks in terrific shape. He's nice and forward for this first up performance. Fully Lit racing second up this campaign again was excellent in his first up performance. He's open to further improvement now, just stepping up slightly in trip. He was there off a long layoff, but resumed really well. He's effective in any of the conditions going forward, but I do think he's shown some sharp improvement off the back of that first up run that we saw. Been really pleased with him, and he's got some bigger targets ahead, but certainly appears to be right on track at this point of the preparation. Steel Strike's been very honest for us this campaign. He was an impressive winner 2 starts back. I thought he worked home very nicely there at his latest effort. Didn't necessarily appreciate the softer conditions. He can be effective, but I think he is much better on top of the ground. He's getting out slightly further in trip, which I think he needs now at this point of the campaign. But he looks to have maintained and held his form nicely throughout the preparation for us. The 300s racing first up. He is over a distance that I think is well short of his best. He can race well fresh, but traditionally he is better deeper into the campaign. And once we can see him race over further in his preparation, he is very much very affected by the conditions. Do want to see him on a firmer surface much more than any soft conditions where he's not as effective. But either way, he'll improve nicely off the run.